like a pro.
You thought.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to Brandi Beauty TV. So today we have my client Tamishi here, guys, and as you can see, she has this beautiful head of luscious platinum blonde tresses. However, she is tired of platinum blonde. And normally on my channel, you normally see us going from dark to light, incorporating blonde highlights, copper highlights, all different kinds of shades and tones. But today we have a different project on our hands. She actually wants to go from the lightest blonde ever. Her hair has been lifted to the lightest blonde. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna see too much of this on my channel simply because everybody ain't able. Everybody cannot pull off platinum blonde hair and it remain intact and healthy, minimal breakage. That's just not something you see very often. But to me, she can do it. We've taken her there. She's been pretty light. And her hair it can just handle it. And here comes me with the envy because I know I can. My hair will be on the floor. It's all about knowing what you can take. So today we're going to turn her into a luscious auburn kind of coppery situation here. She showed me this picture of Kiki Palmer and I thought it was just beautiful. So that's our goal, our target color. And a lot of people think going from light to dark is just a simple one-step process, but it's actually not, especially when you're starting from this light. So you really have to be intentional about every single step. Now, the biggest thing and the trick with going from light to dark is you have to put in every single undertone and shade that is removed. So right now, her hair has no pigment in it besides her roots, zones 1 and 2 just about, because we've removed all of it. So it's just hollow. It's very porous at that. So we're having to take and rebuild her entire structure, put all the pigment back into that hair. So I don't want her platinum blonde to completely go away. I still want it to serve as a highlight, but I'm going to be a little bit more strategic with how I do it. So for zones 1 and 2, which is her roots and her mid shaft, I use 7 BC and 30 volume because I wanted to bust that cuticle wide open and get as much lift out of that color as we possibly could. And on zone 3, which is her ends, I am using a 7W and 10 volume. And 10 volume because we need a very gentle lift. We do not want to go in with anything aggressive. Her hair has already been lightened to the point of no more lightness. So we just want to be as gentle as possible with those ends because we need to preserve them because we are going to need that lightness later on. But the biggest thing is when you're going from light to dark, you have to put in all the pigment. So that 7W is going to serve as an excellent halfway point before we get to the bowl and tone. And the thing is that I'm going to have to tone her at least 2 more times because even though I'm putting that 7W on those ends, it's actually still going to be a little bit hollow. So when we went to the shampoo bowl, I went and I toned her twice, and I'll put those formulas up there so you can see what we did. But as you can see, we have infused all of that beautiful pigment back into her hair, and I am loving this rich auburn color on her skin. Like I told y'all, to me, she is a chameleon. And when you get clients like that who can kind of wear everything, that's like a hairstylist dream, or at least a hair colorist dream, because you always know that you can use them as a model, and they're excellent for demonstrations such as this. So I am really feeling this color. Her hair is healthy, and I also use my Matrix laminate spray because I wanted to make sure that her hair, that color that we did, was able to get locked in, and we was able to preserve it for as long as possible, because when you're going from light to dark, the hair is still porous. So you just want to make sure that you don't disturb it, and you don't want it to wash out and go hollow really quick. So I am pleased with this, and she was loving it, and we wasn't even done yet because we still have to cut it. And I was like, you sure you want to cut your hair? Because she ain't gonna never let it grow too long. And I've been seeing that being a trend lately. Like, a lot of people think they want long hair, and then they realize once it starts getting long, they're like, I don't think I want long hair. I think I just like it when it's healthy. I'm like, hey, you hit the nail on the head, because it's a very big difference. Length doesn't equal health. I've seen it be the opposite way around plenty of times, where the people who have shorter hair, and where they can manage it and take care of it, and they're not pulling on it and sitting on it and getting caught in their jackets, and the children ain't pulling on it. Y'all know how them toddlers be yanking on your hair and all that other kind of stuff. I see that they have the healthiest hair most of the time. Long hair is a lot of work. A lot of people underestimate that, but I love me a good designer cut. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to bob it out, and I actually am going to show every single detail step of how I achieve this bob, because it definitely took some time, because her hair is so dense. Like, it's fine. It's reading very, very fine. But she has a lot of hair. So I had to be very, 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 very careful when cutting her hair, because I didn't want to make any mistakes. All right, y'all. So like I said, we're going to be announcing the winner of the giveaway for the free total transformation. And like I said, I've said in the past 2 videos, thank y'all so much for 1,000 subscribers. We are 1,000 and counting now. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and announce the winner. Drum roll, please. Miss T.P. Anderson, you are the winner of this transformation. Congratulations. And thank you to everybody who commented. It was actually really, really fun. I got kind of nervous shuffling my little hand around in my little bucket when I went to pick out the winner. But I see this particular subscriber, I see you comment so much, and I really do appreciate your feedback. And like I tell y'all, I read everything. You all post, and I try to make sure I respond to everybody with the best information that I have. So I thank you all, and congratulations, TP. I will be reaching out to you so that we can get you squared away, okay? All right, y'all. So as you can see, we have Tamishi all nice and sectioned off. And when it comes down to blunt cuts, y'all have heard me say this on my channel before. Blunt cuts are, to me, the most intricate, detailed, time-consuming haircuts to do, because there is no room for error with a blunt cut. If you make a mistake, you won't be able to see it. The client's going to be able to see it. The client's family members are going to be able to see it. Like, it's just no getting around it. So I am taking my time. I am right now establishing my guide. I want a very clean, crispy, sharp line, and I'm going to go over this line a couple of times just to ensure that I am getting this line as straight as possible. And one of the tricks that we learn in school is to not cut past that second knuckle, because that gives you the most accurate haircut. And it is amazing to me how those basics really just come in hand when you are doing haircuts such as this. And so that's what I did. Back to the basics, back to traditional cosmetology school haircutting. Not cutting past that second knuckle, making sure that I am inching my way around. I'm not really moving too much. I am moving the client. You don't really see me shifting my body. I am making sure that I am creating consistency with this haircut, because the moment you shift your body too much, or you step out of whack, step the wrong way, you'll get an uneven haircut. It's just that simple, and it's very easy to do. And then next thing you know, you'll start cutting up higher and higher and higher, and we don't want that. We just don't want that. So I have learned that I stick with the basics. I don't really do anything complicated to hair. I stick with the laws and the rules of hair. Now, with the rules, you can break them sometimes, okay? That's fine. Put your twist on things. But the laws, if you understand the laws of hair and you understand what hair will do and what it won't do, you'll 9 out of 10 times always hit your mark. And that's how I do it. I don't complicate this stuff, guys. I keep it very simple. I stick to my regular knowledge of what I know. And a lot of the stuff that I do is just basic traditional cosmetology, things that you learn in cosmetology school, you know. It's just when you add your own twist and you start adding that art to it, you know, putting your stuff on it, putting your stank on it. That's when it gets fun. That's when you start seeing that passion come through, that creativity, and that's when you start really getting into hair design. So, as you can see, we have this beautiful haircut. It's coming to life now. And I'm bringing some of her layers up because I want a little bit of elevation in the top, because I want it to move just a little bit. And luckily we have this color here. As you can see, it's kind of giving off like a peachy kind of vibe. And whoever would have thought that you could achieve peach colored hair and it look like this? Like, I think we did our thing with this. But anyways, you can sometimes play with your haircut to make hair color read differently. Haha, but y'all ain't know that. So I'm adding some layers up in here, so when I go to comb her hair, it'll read like it's feathered and that she has this 2 colors peeking through, and you'll see as we get done styling it. But now I'm going through and I'm just cleaning this hair up, making sure that it's nice and crispy. Any little imperfections that I see, now will be the time to go in and get those before styling it. And then after I style it, I'm actually going to go over it again just to make sure that any little hairs peeking through, I go ahead and I get those. But yeah, y'all, these blunt cuts, they ain't no joke. But to me, she see what we did. You know, she see the sauce. We got her together real nice. And this is always my test of truth. I turn that client around and I do not hide them away from that mirror, because the mirror is your guide. You know, you can see the truth there. If you turn the client away from the mirror, then you can't see. And I know a lot of stylists do that because they don't want to be bothered. But I tell people from the beginning, hey, I'm going to turn you around, but don't be bothering me, okay? I'm working right now, okay? I know what you want. Like, that's why we have consultations. So, yeah, just be mindful that you turn your client towards the mirror so that you can see and you can gauge what you're doing, and, you know, use all your angles, you know. You ain't nothing to hide, you know, it's all a part of the process. So now, guys, I am beveling Tamishi's hair using my 1-inch babbleless iron, just taking very workable sections so I can get a very smooth finish. And my irons are turned down low to about 375 because her hair is already straight. And when it's already straight, you don't want to keep turning the iron up high. It's unnecessary. The hair is already straight, you know. So you're just going through and adding a little nice little bevel to it. And I misted it with a little light sheen. My laminate spray, it's really, really light, so it's not going to weigh her hair down. Combing in place, and you know, what are words? Her hair came out good as hell. Like, for real. Wow. Because let me tell y'all something. Platinum blonde is very intimidating when somebody says they want auburn or red hair, because you're like, God dog it, I hope the hair is not too porous to where it just won't take. But I know what I'm doing, so it worked out. You know, it's sometimes when I get done, I just be like, you know, Brandi, you finished it, and you knew it was gonna come out great. And I don't know, I always just be amazed, because it's nothing like seeing the finished product. Like, you know it's gonna be turning out great, but you know, you're not a psychic, so you don't know exactly what it's gonna look like. But you always have that hope and that faith. But I love how rich it is. I love how shiny it is. You know, it's what she wanted, and we achieved it. High five. Heck yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. Thumbs up, comment. If you have any questions, make sure you go on and drop them below. And I'm going to put y'all some videos at the end that y'all need to go on and catch up on, watch, you know, just in case you lagging behind, go on and get them dishes done and binge watch a couple of these videos. So I'll see y'all next week.